Okay, guys. Um, I want today. What we're going to do is we're going to make a mind map. The idea of a mind map is you're gonna come up with a whenever you do a mind map, you start with your topic, and it can be in the middle. Now, it can be a circle or whatever shape you want. And what you're doing is you're going to attach things to it where you're doing some creative thinking. So our topic for today is going to be still life, okay? My still life. So it's all about you and what is the still life, okay? So let's write still life. Now, um, you can um, draw something around it. Still life, okay? So what is a still life? Well, let's think about it. The idea of a still life is it's something that so the still life is a group of objects. Normally we put it on a table and the objects don't move, and that's why they're called still, right? Still life. Um, what we're preparing for is to do our own still life. I'm sure we've done still lives before. So uh, let's define it. Yeah, non-moving objects. As you can see, I'm making a mind map. And now I can't like write real precise, but I want you to be able to see this. So that's why I'm writing everything all bold, right? From non-moving objects, we can put examples. Example apples, right? And a vase, and a bowl, right? Bowl, or I can draw a bowl. So you can combine illustrations or drawings of things with uh, in your mind map, and you can actually color your mind map. So it's kind of a fun thing that you can do. Now, what else can we think about? Okay, what am I going to do on my still life, right? Um, or what does a still life look like, right? In a still life, you probably have a back. You got to consider how you place your objects, right? So let's say we put an object here. I don't know what it is. I'll just maybe it's a bottle. Who knows? Um, then notice how when you sketch a still life, you leave a little space so that the eye can draw into the picture plane. And let's say we had a bowl of apples or something, whatever, oranges. There goes my dog barking again. Uh, it can be overlapped or in front of, and then behind that, maybe there's other objects. And then you have layers of objects overlapping one another, and you end up with a composition. And once you have your composition, then you have the foreground, which is here, and then the middle ground, and it could also be your focal point. And then you can have the background. If you remember when we're doing a still life, so everything can like come out of this middle part. And so basically, I'm making a mind map and trying to review with you. So you might want to think about, okay, what do I want to show when I do a still life, right? Or what are my objects? So that can lead to something else. It's got to be something you want to draw. One, two, draw. Right? I want to draw. What else can we think about? So we can say our objects can be symbolic. Do you remember what symbolic means? If you don't, it 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 can represent. So an object can represent it can represent something else, like it can stand for something else. So if you think about your object, does it remind you of something, an event, or a person, or whatever? And you can actually write what person that is. You know what I mean? What else can you think of? You can actually come out with your objects. Oh, you have a focal object, which is the most important object. We can make another tentacle coming out here. You always have a focal object. You want your focal object to be something important. And brainstorm about what, how do we do that? We got overlap. You got shading. You got detail. You got observation, like you can draw an eye. Like you really got to observe your objects, right? So, and you just fill it with your mind map. You just keep thinking about everything that has to do with doing your still life. And when you're done, or you feel like you've thought about everything as far as a still life, then you can come in and you can color, you can shade, you can do little patterns in between your bubbles. You can color your little bubbles of thought differently. Basically, this is our mind map. So, and this is art class. So I can actually get a pencil. Here's a mechanical pencil. I can do a little shading in the spaces in between. Take a little break from thinking too much. And then while you're shading, if you come up with another bubble of thought, you can add another one coming out. And that's the whole concept of doing a mind map. A mind map, what does it cost you to do a mind map? Well, you've got to do a lot of thinking. It's kind of easy because we're not going in neat rows. It's just anytime you have a bubble of thought, you can connect it. And you can connect that thought to another thought. Just with these bubbles, you can write little things. So I can come in here and shade. I can also come in here with different colored markers, or I can get colored pens. I can scribble. I can use a ballpoint pen. I can get that scribbly thing going on. I don't know if you can tell I'm doing scribbling. Yeah, you can actually, have fun. The page can be messy, just so long as it's a mind map. And we think everything about our own mind map that we're doing. And the things that you think are important, you can come in and you can add color to them. So I have these pencils. Whatever colors you want, I just picked a random color. And you can come in and show some of your coloring technique. The whole thing about doing your mind map is to get you thinking, right? And at the same time, you're making something a little artsy, or something a little fun that goes in your sketchbook drawing. Now you're in Art 3 or Art 4, so you should already have experience in doing a still life. So it shouldn't be that hard. You can also take an advantage and try out, like if you got some color pencils, try out mixing colors. What I don't want is a nice, neat, perfect looking page. I want you to let loose and really be creative. I want the thoughts on paper. I want some little scribbles. You can do little sketches. You can do some coloring. And I want a beautiful mind map from everybody. Okay? Oh, I forgot to write the word mind map. Let me get my... So what this is... Oh, I wrote it up here. Mind map. So maybe I should color it real quick to emphasize what it is we're doing, and it's up here. We are doing a mind map. Got it? Do you have to use color? No, the whole thing can be done in pencil or ballpoint pen or whatever you've got. Let me show you on here. I did a mind map. I was asked to do a mind map of things that disgust me, and that's where that weird picture came from, right? Which was here. So I decided to draw a self-portrait in the middle of a look of disgust, and then I started having little bubbles coming out as far as what different things disgust me, right? Like when someone is angry, I don't know why, it's disgusting. Let's see, rude people. People are rude. Dead rat smell. You know, things like that. It's another mind map, I think. Here's a mind map I made. I hadn't finished coloring it, but what I did is I watched this this one video. What was the video called? Let me find it. Oh no, this was something else. It's just I was taking notes and I did it kind of mind map style. But anyway, so what I need you to do is get that mind map done. Yeah, and then when you're done, just take a picture of it, and then after you take your picture of it, you stick it in your sketchbook. Yeah, the one you that you published. If you didn't publish it, then you need to get it published so that you can edit it. If you turned it in without publishing it, that means you had to. You're going to have to make a copy of your slide, right? And then you'll be able to edit it and then publish it and turn in the link that you get from publishing into the assignment, okay? I'm going to call it Still Life Mind Map. Everything you can think about concerning preparing for making your still life. Thank you, and good luck, and have fun, guys. Most important thing you could do to create art is to throw caution to the wind and set all your fears and aside and just make it happen. And does it have to be neat? No. If it's neat, it probably might mean that you're blocking yourself. So tell that inner critic that tells you, oh, you can't do it. Just tell it to shut up for a while and let you do your own creating. I look forward to seeing your mind maps, and have a wonderful day.